Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time we had quite the encounter here at these caves, and I thought I was done with the encounter, but we moved further in, and then the leader of the Gnolls, that's the name, Gnolls. The leader of the Gnolls kept coming back to fuse with our brains and tell us that they were hungry and that they weren't satiated, and then they were still hungry and they were still hungry until they decided to rip out their own throats. And then we hit level 4, which is always wonderful. So before we kick off, Wyll would like to have a conversation, so we will engage in that.
Curious chest. What's inside it, you reckon?
It doesn't matter. We're finding its owner and returning it.
There it is. The heart of a hero. As virtuous as it is bold. Let us be off.
Yeah, Wyll gets me. He does. So yes, we are currently carrying a chest we found in that cave, and you can see Wyll's encumbrance is currently encumbered because it's so heavy. But the first thing we need to do before anything else,
should mind my step.
We're going to walk through here. Hope that it's safe to do so. I believe it is. And just down here, if we can scale this wall, we can. We will find a teleportation circle here, an ancient rune circle, in fact.
And move.
And with that, we'll be able to teleport back to camp using our go to camp and end the day. Just waiting on Wyll to catch up because he's slow carrying all that chest. And we can head to camp, spend our supplies, long rest. And then, who knows, perhaps have a strange encounter in the night now that we've used our illithid powers some more. Scratch found his way back here. That's adorable. Now, over here is our chest full of many food and drinks. If we throw open the inventory, we've got carrots, we've got sausages, we've got apples and potatoes. So let me do some light admin here. Alright, that's the food and whatnot divvied up. We've got one supply pack with Grace and one supply pack with Wyll, one of which will be consumed during this night's long rest. Otherwise, apart from stuff to go and sell, I don't think we need to put down anything else right now. So we will simply go and head to our bedroll and see if anything funky happens during the night. We will use one pack of supplies, and clearly I missed a piece of cheese in our inventory. Alright, nothing funky happened during the night.
Where am I needed?
So now that we've done that, of course our familiars are missing.
Live in more interesting times.
That's fine. I'm just going to do some light spell admin there. So with Wyll's encumbrance and a lot of random treasure, I'm going to do the long walk back to the Druid's Grove so we can sell off a bunch of this stuff. We can't fast travel there, of course, because in D&D 5th edition, level 4 characters don't have access to fast travel. So I'm just going to do that walk, and I'll let you know if we find anything weird or interesting along the way. Alright, we've hit a problem. Because of Wyll's encumbrance, he cannot jump over this gap. His walking speed is not far enough to do so. So we're gonna have to get tricky here. I wonder if we drop the chest. Target is too far to manually move it across the river. How about if we move it further across? Then we can jump over, and then we can regain the chest, and we can carry on our way. Alright, we've made it back to Aaron. Will's just following up behind.
Need anything else?
Just trading, please, sir. Right, so first off, we can definitely drop all the jewellery. Then there's going to be a bunch of scrolls that we can't equip as well. This steel-forged sword seems like it should be worth more than 27 gold, you know? Metallic gloves we can't use. We'll keep the Amulet of Sylvanus, that could be useful. Then that can definitely go. We don't need the extra dagger. We only need one torch. I should learn what spells we can and can't cast. Mage armor we're never going to cast because we both have light armor, that's for sure. I think we can cast Burning Hands. As for the rest of it, I can't recall. I'll double check later. Oh, we definitely can't cast Revivify. We're not clerics. That's an easy hunk of money to make immediately. An additional 1d4 slashing damage. It's light, but it's not finesse. So whilst it does more damage, we're almost never going to actually hit with it. I would very much like Potion of Invisibility, and I'll take the healing potions while I'm here. +1 leather armor is certainly something one of the two of us can benefit from. Oakfather's Embrace we've already sold back to him. So let's barter for that. Will have caught up with us, so we can sell off a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to hold on to the shovel. I think there is somewhere to use it for part of the plot somewhere down the line. We don't need a pair of plain leather boots anymore. We'll keep one torch for him as well. Sure, you can have a block of cheese. We'll give up the block of cheese. Otherwise, I think that's most of what we need to get rid of. It's not as much weight as I was hoping for, really. But whilst we're here, we have over 3 grand, so we will pick up a light leather armor +1. And Grace may well get a better price for that. No. Grace has higher charisma. And yet Wyll is getting a much deeper discount, so not sure what that's about, but I'm still definitely going to be buying +1 leather armor for one of these two to wear. Watcher's Guide, we sold. Dragon's Grasps, not for us. Alright, so that's that side of things done. We can sell back this leather armor for 71 if we're going to be equipping this leather armor in a moment, so we'll sell that off. Hello! Let's keep this family friendly. Right, we can definitely sell the Poisoner's Robes. We won't be wearing those. We'll keep the Dancing Lights Evocation Cantrip just in case we have difficulty seeing in the Underdark later. Otherwise, I think we're alright to press on. Yeah, I'm not sure why the cost disparity. If we go to our character sheets, Grace has 18 charisma. Wyll only has 16 charisma, so I'm not sure what is impacting the changes so highly. Wyll is still encumbered though. I don't know how much we would have to ship over to Grace to get them balanced out. What I will do is let's go see the weapons smith down the way and see if they have any improved gear for us as well.
Precious Baldur's Gate. I care about our lives, our futures.
I wondered if that was Gale then. It's not.
You just care.
Alright, let's see what this guy's got going on as well. I do wish we could get like a bag of holding or something.
Well, something close.
Yes, let's see what you've got, please. Any weapons or improved armor that we're actually capable of wearing? Not proficient with that. Not proficient with that. We can use a +1 spear, but it's not going to match our strength and dex preference. +1 light crossbow, I think we can certainly take. 1320 is a lot of cash, but going to be worth it, I think. Otherwise, morning stars and the like are not things that we need. So +1 light crossbow. We've currently got a short bow for 1d6 and a regular light crossbow for 1d8. So Wyll could certainly benefit. Not that most of the time we're just casting Eldritch Blast. That is worth certainly remembering that Eldritch Blast is always going to be higher damage, I think. Yeah, because we had our Charisma modifier to our Eldritch Blasts. This will be our Dexterity modifier, which won't be nearly as good. So do we really need a light crossbow? As long as we have a short bow or similar, we can shoot things like fire arrows and arrows of acid. So I think this would actually be a redundant trade after thinking about it for more than a mere second. So in that case, we will leave that. How much is this? 3.6 in weight. I just want to drop some more weight. Thieves' tools are a lot of it. Let's just sort by weight and see what the actual heaviest stuff we're carrying is. 7 bottles of water. Now we'll hold on to that for just a little while. If you know why, you know why. And otherwise the rest is just light stuff that we have lots of, really. There's nothing particularly heavy that we're hoarding. Potions that we might not never use. Fire resistance, we can get rid of that probably. Fire resistance, poison resistance, psychic resistance, lightning resistance. I'll keep the sleep, we can throw that at somebody. There's some wine. Antitoxin. Empty pouches. Alright. That will have to do for now. Let's see if we can balance our weight between the two of us so that we do not have to be encumbered right now. Let's have a look. Basically moving stuff to Grace. Oh, so close. Split that.
Finders keepers.
Alright, we are both right on the line of our carrying capacity, which is going to be a pain if we ever find anything that we actually want to purchase or pick up. But for right now, it gives us freedom of movement. So, we have long rested. We have... that guy's loud, isn't he? We have long rested. We have leveled up to level 4. So, I think it's about time that we have that encounter. The one back here in the corner of the Druid's Grove, that if we're not... as I say, if we're not really careful, it could be a big problem. And that is especially true because we are just two simple humans. Two humans that are very capable of being charmed, which is only slightly frightening. First things first, of course. We get our Quasit. Did they... Previously, the Quasit and the Imp were at the bottom of this menu, were they not? Actually, we're going to go double Imps just for this fight. I try and vary it up just for general interest, but the flying speed is going to be important to us here. So, a pair of Imps and a pair of Warlocks. And if you hear it, do you hear it? Do you hear the siren's song? Do you hear the call?
Is someone singing?
It's beautiful.
I like how that's such an abnormal thing in the world that it warrants investigation. It's like, do we hear someone having a good time? Do we hear somebody enjoying their place in the world right now? Alright. We're going to split Wyll and Grace up. Feels like ages since I did this encounter with more than one hero. But because
Light on my feet.
our heroes are intelligent folks, we're going to have one cover the other. And because Grace is the one that has the push on her blast, the repelling blast, we're going to put her at the top of the cliffs in a position to be able to push things off of them. Whereas Wyll is going to be the one to go and investigate what's happening around here.
Time for a chat.
Hello, child.
Shh. Listen.
You shouldn't be near the water. It's very dangerous.
Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful.
I don't hear anything. Come back to shore.
No. It's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
Right, the kids in initiative. So, I guess we really need...
I'll make you pay.
Did we just fail? Wyll just failed a check when he's not even in initiative.
What now?
Alright, we need to get this fight going immediately. And we can't... Oh, Grace is under the luring song as well.
Forever.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, so our heroes are all charmed. This is, of course, a bad thing. Imp the First does not have a shove attack, but we can fly. So, do we know which one of these guys is the one that's singing? Oh, you... Okay, that's actually fine. You jumped directly to the one that was singing, that we can see singing. So we want to hit them and hope that we can break their concentration. They make the save, unfortunately. This one flies down to Wyll. Misses multiple attacks there, but hits on
Damn monster. I'll make you pay.
the opportunity attack as Wyll tries to move away. He is still under the luring song. Creature must succeed a wisdom saving throw every turn or be controlled by the harpies. And so if we check here, it says that we're still... Oh, Wyll lost the condition lured. So we have lost the lured condition, which is great. Now we can either try and attack the one that's next to us, or we can try and attack the one that is singing and break Grace of the lure, which seems like a far better prospect. Now, we will cast Hex. Unfortunately, we can't also now use Scorching Ray in the same turn, because that would be 2 leveled spells in one turn. But we can use our main action to cast a cantrip. And that is the concentration broken, which is excellent. So when Grace gets her turn, she will not have to make that save in order to not suffer. Okay, now this one is Luring Song, which Grace is suffering from. Will she pass the check? Seems that she has, or at least this turn she gets to make an attack. I don't know that we'll be able to attack that far away, will we? We may just be able to. yeah, get wrecked. Now, we could bonus action... words escape me. Hex one of the other creatures, but I kind of want to keep some of my bonus actions for healing right now, particularly because Grace doesn't have as high as AC as Wyll does. So we'll put ourselves here and hope we don't get shoved off this cliff. Small child disengages, runs away. That's good, small child. That is the correct move. And now we have our other imp. Let's see. This is the nearly dead one that we actually have a chance of killing with a good hit. So we'll fly up there. The fly speed, just wonderful for movement. And with a hit for 4, that is one of the harpies down. And then we rotate back to our first. Unfortunately, this harpy does not seem to be prone, which is kind of annoying since they flew so far and fell and took bludgeoning damage. But still, we'll attack the one that's injured. 4 damage is 4 damage. Happy to see misses against Wyll, and they flying up high. This leaves us with very poor prospects for targets. How far can we Eldritch Blast? That target is too far because the ground ahead of us is rough terrain, unfortunately. And up here, we might just be able to see one of them. Although, we're going to need to be up this cliff first, which we're not going to be able to do from right where we are. We don't have enough movement to get there, so we will dash. That gives us enough... That really doesn't give us enough movement to get where we want to be. Oh, we're in water already. So if we jump out of the water... It doesn't quite give us enough movement speed to get to where I want to be. But that's an improvement for sure. An opportunity attack was made against this harpy. They're now nesting at the top and singing. This one is singing, okay. Grace's lured takes an opportunity attack. But it looks like we are going to get an opportunity of our own to attack. So this is 49%. I'm thinking of using an alternate spell here. Whisper Discordant Melody. 46 becomes frightened. Inflicts a creature with fits of laughing, being prone. I'd rather than be frightened right now, please. Okay, so even though they're still singing, they are now frightened of us and won't come towards us, which is a win in my book. With our bonus action, we're going to hit this one. That's a miss. Kids running away still, that's fine. And we can fly up here. And again, we can attack the one with only 4 hit points, hoping to take one of their number down. It's a big miss. Fortunately, we get 2 goes at that. Do we? Do we not quite have enough movement? We do. We do have enough movement speed to get just to where we need to be. Then sting. Very nice. That leaves us with just 2 of them, one of which is frightened. I think we're definitely climbing these vines.
The blade will not bend.
No, we're not going to have enough speed to get up higher. So we have a choice of trying to hit one with lower health, but also worst chance to hit. I'm going to go after this one just because the other one is frightened, so that is currently less of a threat to us. And since this one is hexed, and we did not cast Hex this turn, we reapplied it, I think now is a good time for a Scorching Ray. That was massive. So that's 2d6 fire damage, 2d6 fire damage, 2d6 fire damage, and 3d6 necrotic damage. So that's 9d6 damage in one attack. Killed a creature with 24. Now this one's the frightened one. They don't get to do anything. We can move closer to the source of our fear though, because we're not the afraid one in this relationship. And they are dead as well. No feathers or anything. Wyll is inspired as he has protected the child. Protector of the Small is, I think, a folk hero or a local hero. Merkin is having issues deciding how to use ladders, which now our imps are as well. Let's see if we can cut him off at the pass up here. Nope, he's just going to stand down there. So we'll catch up with him at the start of next session and then go and pillage around what we can find in the Harpy's Nest. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.